Special guest speaker for you next. His name is Joe Murray. He's an excellent attorney. I've been myself trying so hard to find attorneys that will help take these cases, because these guys are being represented by disastrous public defenders, liberal public defenders that are trying to quote unquote get them to do re-education to gain favor with the right. They're trying to get them, oh, you'll get a better plea bargain if you re-educate and recant anything you said about the stolen election. Okay? Don't take the plea deal, and we need good attorneys that are willing to not be canceled and to step up to the plate and get these guys out of prison so they can await trial from home. And Joe Murray, former district attorney candidate, is one of the attorneys that's going to be helping us. And he's a powerful man, former NYPD. That's right. Joe Murray, everybody put your hands together for Joe Murray.
It is absolutely my honor to be here, and I see a lot of my friends who served with me on the job. Dave Sieve over here in the red shirt, hero. We are here, and I specifically want to introduce myself. Aside from being a New York City police officer, I left the job, retired, and became an attorney. And it was a weird situation because I focused on criminal defense. And a lot of people, a lot of my former police colleagues said, how could you do that? Being a police officer and now working in criminal defense. And I made the point to them, there is nothing more important than that United States Constitution. Amen. And the rights and liberties and freedoms that we all enjoy because of that document must be defended all the time. And our counter-protesters over here, we are united. We are fighting for the same thing. We want the equal protection of the law. The people in this case are being denied the equal protection of the law. Justice is supposed to be blind. It shouldn't matter what your political affiliation is, whether you're black, white, gay, straight, male, female, it doesn't matter. The Constitution of the United States protects all equally. So when I heard what was happening in D.C., I felt that I had to do something. And another retired police officer that I know, good friends with Kara, reached out and said, I got the perfect guy. Joe Murray, he's a fighter. He will fight to the end. Just to give you a quick story about who I am. I worked right here as a police officer in Manhattan. A good friend of mine from high school got arrested by 3 detectives. They handcuffed him, smacked him around, brought him back to the 10th precinct. The following day I decided I want to go find out what happened. So I go there in uniform to challenge them to say, hey, why was it necessary for the 3 of you to handcuff him and smack him around? Make a long story short, he starts poking me in the chest. I push his hand off of me. He throws a punch. Unfortunately, as Dave Sieve will tell you, the coach of the boxing team, I was a heavyweight for the police boxing team. Sadly, I threw one punch in self-defense and broke his jaw. I thought you wanted to fight. Big difference when I'm not handcuffed, right? So unfortunately, I was arrested, put through the system. The importance of having a good lawyer. I had a great lawyer at first, but he didn't want me to go into the grand jury, and I knew I had to tell my story. I threw one punch in self-defense and I backed up. So I got rid of that attorney, I found another attorney, I went in there, I talked to that grand jury and I told them what happened, and there was no true bill. That means they dismissed everything. I just want to let you know The PBA would not back me. Joe Murray was a cop, a union member, a member of the union boxing team. They would not back me because they said I hurt another cop. The detective union wouldn't back me. I had to fight like hell. I hired Bruce Cutler to do my department trial. Bruce, great lawyer, got me a nolo contendere. It took 8 years to go to trial, but he sued me for $1 million. Right there in that building. 2001, tried the case, but by that time, I had a criminal lawyer, a civil lawyer, department lawyer, a divorce lawyer. I was broke. I had to represent myself. I gave him the best Cousin Vinny you ever saw. I won the case. The judge told me, Officer Murray, you need to go to law school. I retired in 2002, went to law school, and now I am spending my practice fighting for the very people who are willing to stand up, like I did, willing to stand up and defend the rights of those who can't be defended. Thank you so much. I love being here. Keep supporting the movement.